Hello everybody, it's TT Showbiz and welcome back to another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Last time we saw that Ryan was in trouble, and so let's rush and see if we can do anything to help.
You things just don't give up, do ya? Ryan! I've got to hurry. If I can get up there, I should be able to reach him.
So this is introducing that there's some things in this world that we can climb, and this is Villia Lake. I believe this is where that gentleman dropped his pendant that he was looking for, and we'll have to explore this area later because obviously there are more pressing matters at hand. But the gamer in me will not allow me to pass up resources. I gotta get this ether crystal deposit. Also, of course, like everything in nature, we exploit it and then it becomes not pretty anymore. But hey, I'm gonna make some bomb gems out of it. Anyway, we'll talk about the ether crystal crafting gem, all that good stuff later. Right now, I want to bring up one of the story elements about Shulk having the vision and not telling Ryan, and how that's going to play out. We don't know yet, but I did want to plant that seed because I want to talk about it a little later.
Shulk! Where are you? Ryan! Ryan! There's too many of them! I killed one, and 10 more pop up! Ryan, no! Not that way! Ryan! Shulk! Ryan! What's this? The power of the Monado. Look out! Glad one of us figured out these things would try and ambush. Let's do this, Shulk. Right.
We have a new Monado power, Monado shield, and that's actually incorporated in the battle, which honestly is a really cool thing that I really came to appreciate as I played Xenoblade Chronicles more. And basically, we also have visions incorporated in the battle. I don't know if that's what I just said or not, I may have. But if we have a talent art like that, Arachno Fresh 1, the tag will be white, and also a Monado shield will cause it to only do 1 damage, effectively nullifying it, thankfully. But what I was mentioning is, I think it's really cool how video games have the added burden to incorporate the story elements into the actual gameplay, which is something that I never really thought about before playing Xenoblade. But after playing Xenoblade, I realized hey, Shulk can have visions with the Monado, and obviously that's a story element. But they had to make the transition to actually make that story element make sense in the game, and they incorporated a vision system in order to do that. And I think it's super clever that they did that. And yay, we finally get another attack on a chain attack, and I'm gonna use a ×3 Monado Buster. Okay. Yeah, Buster actually hits in a line. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but yeah, anything in that line will be hit by Buster. And I'm gonna use Shadow Eye, try to get this aggro off of me, and it is off me, so now I can just spam physical arts basically. But yeah, definitely admire that how they were able to incorporate visions into the combat. I think it was very clever. And again, hopefully we can get 3 attacks this time as well. I'm gonna use War Swing again just so I can kill some of these smaller Arachno. Nope, we only get 2 attacks. But, wow, we have another chain attack already built up. We are going through these. Yeah, the things that build up chain attacks are like bonus effects, so if I hit backslash from the back, I get a bonus effect. And also, like, critical hits will fill up the talent, like the party gauge rather. And I think this buster is actually gonna kill, so I might not have time to... No, it didn't. Yeah. So if I get crits, that'll fill up party gauge, and sometimes, like, certain, like, you know, the burst affinities might.
Looks like the Monado works on more than just Mechon. I gotta say, that's pretty awesome.
Ryan, I just realized something.
Huh?
The future I see, it isn't set. I think it's more like a warning.
A warning?
Yeah. A warning about what will happen. What will happen if I don't do anything. Or if I can't do anything. So I can use this power to change the future. And that's exactly what I intend to do.
You've got my vote. And if you really can do that, I think Fiora would have liked it too.
Yeah.
Right, let's get moving. We're nearly at the Bionic's knee.
If you remember, we have a little bit of stuff to take care of before we can move forward, and I believe it's up here? Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Because we never actually like got to come into the room, it kind of cutscened us off. I didn't realize that there was actually a place to climb right there. But we can find this dude's lost pendant, and also we can kill a couple of these arachnos and crabbles to finish off the monster quests. The first monster I want to take care of is Gluttonous Yujin. So it's really interesting how Shulk had this vision, and he did not know whether or not to tell Ryan, and it's an interesting dilemma for a protagonist to be in, where he's still kind of new to this whole power of like seeing the future, and also like if you realize like there was not very much time between when he saw the vision and when it happened. Like he saw the vision, he was kind of dreaming, he didn't know what was going on. He also saw that weird thing about like the Monado and like changing the future and everything. And then, like, basically, immediately, they were going forward, and then Ryan got captured. So, definitely didn't have very much time to actually think about, like, whether he should tell him. And then, like, that's very awkward small talk, you know? Like, hey, buddy, like, you're about to die a horrible death. Like, how do you really bring that up? So, I definitely get why he did not tell him. And I think there's definitely an interesting dilemma. Oh, Ryan's getting smoked. Oh, I healed myself. That's cool. Misclick. Oh, he's dead. Oh boy. This is not going good. Let's get him back up. Let's get him the aggro. Let's get him encouraged. Okay, I might have to actually focus. This music is hype though. I already used Shadow Eye. I use Light Hill. Oh, good. It's got a counter. The reason I say good is because actually when something is about to use an art like that, they can't do any other attacks until they use that art, which means I have like basically 15 seconds to catch my breath. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I definitely think that's an interesting story dilemma, and I like how they expound on that in the future. Because, you know, with any storytelling device, if they continue telling the same story, it gets old like quickly. So I think it's different storytelling tricks like that should definitely evolve, and hopefully that'll get the aggro off me. I cannot handle this aggro right now. And yet again we have another, this one's a physical art, Gorge, and it's actually going to heal him at 258, so let's see if we can't take it out before he's able to do this. Come on. If not, I'm going to heal Ryan. Yeah, I had a chance to heal Ryan, so he definitely didn't die from that, but it wasn't great. And we have yet another attack. Ultra Smash 1, this one's a talent art, so we can actually deal with this. But I actually just used up my full Monado gauge, so thank goodness we killed it in time, because I was definitely not going to be able to defend against that using a Monado shield. But let's kill some of these Crabbles since we have those for a quest. And I think this might be the last Crabble that we have to kill for a quest, actually. Yeah, I love how the Monado shield was introduced as well. Yeah, honestly, there's throughout this playthrough, it's just gonna sound like me continually praising everything about this game, even though there are flaws, obviously. Like, even going through this playthrough, I've realized a couple plot holes that I just did not realize before, and I guess they're kind of minor, almost nitpicky, but like, you know, Dumban somehow made it from his house to the weapon development lab, like limping, while all these Mechon were just like, you know, all across the colony. Like, okay, I know Dumban's like experienced and a soldier, but that still seems kind of far-fetched. There's one other decent plot hole that I realized, but I don't remember. Also, like, where was Dumban the whole time when we were fighting against those Mechon, and like it was just Ryan and Shulk and Fiora had gone ahead? Like, was Dumban just chilling at that point? Because like he had to have been in the, you know, the defense district or whatever. But yeah, just minor stuff though. I'm gonna take out these Arachnos, hopefully get the last of the Arachno silk that we need, and then we can continue on with our journey. I do want to do a little bit of menu stuff. I tried to avoid menu stuff for the most part during this playthrough so far, but it really is inevitable because there's a lot of stuff about this game to expound on and explore, and honestly that's one of my favorite things about it, so I guess I won't apologize. Yet again, this stupid Bunev like attacks me. Bro, you're about to get smoked. I'm 5 levels higher than you. You shouldn't even be attacking me. Anyway, it looks like we forgot this quest, so let's see. I want to give you a little something to say thanks. On the way back from Colony 6, I found something hidden. I've been planning to go and get it sometime. I'll tell you where it is. You can go and get it if you're interested. What do you think it is? Could you go into more detail? Well, Shulk, you have to guess, obviously. Yeah, we might be able to help. Yo, it's a gift. Keep it a secret. I bet you can't wait to dig it up and see. I'm pretty sure it'll come in handy. Are you sure? If you went so far as to hide it, it must be quite important. But I want you to have it. I'd feel better if I knew someone was putting it to good use. Okay, we will accept this mystery quest. You'll be able to find it if you look hard enough. No problem, leave it to me. Okay, so we actually didn't forget that. It's just that he basically would only give that quest as we were heading out of Tephra Cave. But there is another quest that we probably did forget, and it's over here.
Hello.
I've got something to ask that I think only you guys can handle. There's some monsters blocking the way ahead. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, it sounds like a pain. It wouldn't be a problem if we could take care of it ourselves, but they're tougher than we expected. We just can't take them down. Looks like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. What kind of monsters, you say? Pretty sure they're Arachnos. Seeing as this Tephra Cave, I'd say they're prime suspects. That's just what I didn't want to hear. Let's cut to the chase. So now you know the score. Will you help us out? Of course. We would defeat a bunch of Arachnos. Be careful. No problem. Leave it to us. Or to me, rather. Well, I'm definitely going to aggro this unique monster again. But I don't really care. I'm just going to smack it again. Honestly, this guy's kind of an idiot for trying to mess with me. But, oh wow. He can die twice if he'd want to. Oh, and he toppled Ryan just as I'm talking smack. Anyway, I'm actually kind of glad he toppled Ryan because I don't have to worry about dying during this attack. And when I help Ryan up, we get more affinity. So it's like a double win. Finally, that thing is dead. Let's see what it dropped. Doesn't look like it dropped anything special. And we completed that quest. What quest was it? I don't know. It was some kind of collection quest. Oh, I think it was the Bright Fig. Yes, it was. We accidentally collected an item orb while we were doing that. Now it's time to return this guy's pendant since we found it earlier.
Hello.
Yeah, that's it. That's my pendant. I'm so grateful. I don't know how to thank you. I'm glad everything worked out. Right, it was well worth the effort. I think you deserve a reward. Take this. Why, thank you, kind sir. Quark gear. Probably not the greatest armor, but we'll see later when we hop in those menus. And with that being done, I believe that's all the quests we wanted to take care of in Tephra Cave. So, without further ado, let us menu it up and then head on forward. Psych, I high-key forgot about those monster quests that I literally just picked up, so we're definitely gonna have to do a bit more monster extermination, but I'll see you on the other side. Wow, I definitely got mobbed and almost died. Like I said, you really don't want to fight big groups of enemies, so why did I just do it? Because I was definitely overconfident, thinking that they would be no big deal, even though they're still following me, trying to kill me. So, if you don't take my words if you don't heed my words, heed my actions in near deaths. Okay, we can take this guy. Devoted Arachno, level 9, no biggie. What? He just unaggroed. Okay, these guys are much lower leveled, so that was actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, but we can finish this last one off pretty easily, and I believe we already took out all the devoted Arachnos we need to take out. Yeah, definitely never a good idea to fight large groups, but especially when you only have 2 party members. Like if I had a 3rd party member right now, this battle would not be all that bad, but because it's just Ryan and I, it's pretty tough. Anyway, finish that. This is the Tatty Armor, and that's from the quest Mementos of a Lost Son. If you remember, Cheryl asked us to find the belongings of her son, who she presumed has perished in battle on his journey to climb the Bionis. So, I guess that's the first memento. And that's one of the quests. It's kind of like you're going to want to sit on that quest for a while, because we're going to have it for a long time. Now the hard thing about this battle is the more we fight these, actually, the more they're going to keep popping up, because these Arachno pods actually respond to our sound and then they hatch, like during battle. So we should take care of some of these weaker ones so they can't just do chip damage on us. And then we can definitely like beat all of these before these things hatch, hopefully. And when they hatch, it probably won't be too big of a deal, just because we'll have a good head start. So because I don't have any like advantages, I'm just going to use a Monado Buster, hopefully get the most damage possible. And I'm going to use Hammer Beat because it hits multiple enemies, and I think it's Ryan's strongest attack. And back to backslash. Oh, and a 4th attack. Now we're talking. These are some real chain attacks. And War Swing to finish that off, 12,000. Oh my goodness. Those are some serious numbers this early in the game. It's funny because that's like a common like phrase people say, like this early in the game or that late in the game, but well, I'm literally playing a video game, so it is this early in the game. Anyway, take this out. And those are the Resolute Arachnos that we need. We also got some decent armor from that. And these are the Zealous Arachnos that had kicked our butt earlier. But it's time to get some sweet, sweet revenge. I'm going to start this off with... Actually, I'm going to start this off with the backslash. Hopefully play the long game. And then can we get a hammer beat? Please give me a 3rd attack. Please give me a 3rd attack. 3rd attack? I'm going to go with the ×3 Monado Buster. And that is a ton of damage on those Arachnos. Hopefully that'll give us enough of an advantage to... Oh boy, that just took a very, very bad turn for the worse, and I'm dead. But it's okay, Ryan's got me. I'm revived. Ryan's dead. It's okay, I got Ryan. He's revived, and I'm dead again.
Wow! Well, your hits are astounding!
So obviously I keep telling you, don't fight large groups of enemies and then immediately proceed to fight large groups of enemies. Is there like a workaround that the game gives us? Well, yes there is. It's the lure command. You can basically lure one at a time and fight them like this so that you don't just get absolutely wrecked like I keep getting. Honestly, it's the smart way to do it, but I tend to be a little overconfident, if you can not tell by my numerous L's that I've taken against these monsters. So I generally think, oh, it won't be a big deal, I can handle it. And a lot of times late game you can get away with like being under-leveled or fighting a couple larger groups just because you have a few more tools, like, you know, dedicated healer or different stuff like that, where you could, you know, kind of cheat death, quote-unquote. But right now in the game, yeah, we definitely need to be super careful or we're gonna die every single episode, which I'd rather not be known for being trash at Xenoblade, since I am a Xenoblade pro. So another alternative, you can get in a big battle, you can focus on one target, you can kill one of them and then just run, and then keep doing that until you can just handle the rest, basically. That's also completely valid. It's actually a really good tactic sometimes, because sometimes, like, if you aggro one, you'll aggro all of them, and so you can't really, like, just lure one away and then run. And as you can see, a couple more of these aggroed onto me, but it's okay. We should be able to kill this little one before they can do some serious damage. Wow, he hit me during the chain attack animation. How cheap. Ryan revived me, and now I'm gonna run. Ryan's dead too. Yo, I've been taking so many L's. So many L's. Okay, let's just lure this, and then we'll finish off this quest with this, I believe. And with that, nope, not that. And with that, finally, oh, not that. And with that, finally, without dying a single time, of course, never, I don't die, I'm a Xenoblade Pro, we killed those Arachnos that we needed and finished the final quest of this area. I'll get this chest, why not? Arachno Soak. Unfortunately, I did not see this quest earlier. We kind of could have double dipped and gotten like the Arachno Silk that we needed, along with the, like, you know, killed the quest enemies. But finally, we can kill this unique monster again, because I guess we need it for a quest now. Unless we need an item it drops. Oh, I believe it's still the Brog smelling salts that we need. Okay, and this monster just drops it, so I guess it might as well. It's just a means to an end. This thing isn't that strong. I know I already talked about it, but wow, this recording of You Will Know Our Names, the unique monster theme, is legitimately awesome. Like, I find myself vibing so hard. Not even vibing, jamming. I find myself jamming out to this song, like on my own time. When I'm editing sometimes, I'll just pop it on and then just straight up head banging, because this song is a banger. And we get a third attack again. Nice. And I'm going to use a Monado Buster. It's actually Shulk's most damaging art. And 5,000 damage. You know what? I'll take it. Not too bad. If that puts it in perspective, that 12,000 damage chain attack we had was absolute madness. Like, because we just had like a ×3 Monado Buster, and we only had 5,000 damage in that one. So, yeah, that 12,000 was crazy. And looks like it do a bunch of damage and daze, so very, very not good. Let me use that Monado shield. Get that coverage. Out here like AutoZone, safe drivers save 15% or more on car insurance. Finally got that killed, and we should get the Brog smelling salts that we need. Yep. And with that, we completed that quest. We'll actually have to get to the menu stuff in the next episode, because I do want to get a little bit more story progress before we end it off. So we're going to get the next cutscene, then we're going to end it off, and next episode I'll be going through some menu stuff, upgrading arts, that kind of stuff. Yeah, and also we're going to be introduced to a fan favorite area, so hope you're excited, because I know I am, like 100% for reals.
Wow.
No matter how many times I see this, I never get used to it.
On the other side of those clouds.
Yep. It's our enemy. Mechonis.
Hmm.